So it's just gone 6 in the morning, and the aim today, on a momentous day, because it's my 200th round on the new format at Unico since February 2023. The aim today is to get 80 or lower. That's all I need, 80, to get my best ever 10 round sequence on the course. But a higher aim is to try and make this ball a ball keeper, because then I would have 3 Bridgestone ball keepers this week, 3 in a row. But if I don't, so be it. But as long as I get that 80 or lower, that's the aim.
Op mij? Waar? Helemaal.
at. Well, the alarms are going off, and that's just coming to rescue my play. I mean, this has been just such a disastrous start. I can't believe it. I just cannot hit the ball at the moment. Getting a few perlers, but I mean, they just completely missed that. So it's now looking like it's going to be a struggle to even get the record now already. So I've got to pick up really quick. God, third shot on this hole, taking a hybrid, but thankfully I've got it pretty straight apparently. Seems to be going quite well. I'm not quite sure where it is. That's the thing with the light this morning, so I teed off at 7:30. I can't see anything because the sun's straight in the eyes, and it's quite a new experience. I've only played this early a handful of times. No excuse for the bad play there. It's just been terrible so far. Well, to think of that small area that I've got in front of me to hit, and to have got just short of the green. That was a fantastic shot.
Sums it up.
Well, thank goodness for that putt, but that should have been for a bogey par if I hadn't just done that ridiculous stub, which just shows that with the R55, it just shows how I've been rattled by what's happened so far, and I'm just not confident, suddenly just messing up. So 4 over bogey par after 3 holes. I have to get to 1 under bogey par, which seems so easy given how well I've played recently. And now it should still be doable, but I've got to really get better very, very soon. God, I can't believe it. Just a disaster. Right, had a couple of good putts, so let's build on that. At the moment, this is going to be a litany of talking to camera just to give myself to something to take my mind off. I mean, that one caught it okay. It's gone dead straight right into the big shaggy tree where I'm going to have to, if I can find it, I'm going to have to tap it out. Gosh. One thing I thought I wouldn't be doing today is having any problems as I came to the close of the round with beating my record. And I've done so well in the other rounds to only need an 80 to beat a record, and the record is so recent, the previous 10 rounds, and now completely struggling for no reason. And the early start is not an excuse, and chest pains are not an excuse because they're not there. Right, I've just got to keep going. And you need. Oh, thank goodness, because a stub there would have just been soul destroying. I just managed to get some swing on it, and it's gone, yeah, very, very nicely. Even then, suddenly in for a chance of a par, and I completely mess it up and take 6. So I got out of trouble, played really well, lovely chip shot, and then, my goodness, what an opportunity that was, even just to get a bogey par, but I dropped another shot. Christ. Well, even though I'm going to bore myself to death looking at these clips of me talking, I think it's important to put them, to keep them going, because eventually they'll be of real interest to me. To think that, as I said a moment ago, how well I've been playing recently, and then to just have such a appalling start. I'm in 4 holes, 5 over bogey par. When I've been scoring on average, what, for the whole year, the average is 74, but the recent rounds, I think it was 71.44 or something. So actually averaging 8 over par. That's right, 8.1 over par. And today I'm playing like someone who, well, certainly won't be able to get bogey par at this rate. So I've really got to get better, but that was a good tee shot. even though today it won't be a ball keeper after all. Remarkably, I've still got this ball because it's been in some crazy places so far. Can I keep it and give it another chance? But now I'm only 3 over bogey par, so things are improving a little. I'm certainly glad I did the right thing there and moved the centipede, which was in the corner of my eye, because I then played a really lovely full shot. It's gone a bit too far with the sand wedge, but it was a beautiful strike. Absolutely blissful to be out. Temperature's good because it's only 25 to 9, and it just shows that even in really good conditions, if you're going to play bad, you're going to play bad. So after a recovery of getting 2 pars, you could say at least that was a bogey par just now, but that was horrendous. 10-foot putt, 3 over, and then missing it and having a tap in. I mean, it was, yeah, I'm still going to struggle if I don't pick up even more. So stay at 3 over bogey par. Remember, I've got to get to 1 under, but I've got to get to 1 under bogey par very quickly. Otherwise it's going to be a really stressful end. And in the end, yes, it doesn't matter, but I want to get my record. And the fact that I'm now going to only do it if I do it by a couple of shots is awful. But I've got to get that out of my mind and start playing better. Continues. That was so wildly left, even though I struck it well. It's gone down the bank, and as Caddy said, it's completely embedded, it just stopped. So I'll be able to pull it out of the ground and place it, but just another sign. I really wanted this video to be a nice little celebration of another really calm, good quality round, and it simply isn't. But maybe that's what will make the round more interesting. The fact that this can happen. Actually, the one good thing is that at least it's pin high. But my goodness, completely embedded. I can see it, you won't be able to see it on camera. But I can't even see it. Oh, there it is. Certainly a bit of wind help with that one, but yeah, now that was absolutely beautiful because I was aiming for exactly where it's gone. So even though on this round most hope has been lost, not all of it has. So it's just been very interesting. Fantastic conditions as well, and it's now become really dry. And even the fairways here are looking sort of almost a bit parched now because there hasn't been any rain for a while. Or if there was maybe some in the last week, it was only one lot. So hanging in there, 3 over bogey par at the moment. If I could get down to 2, it would be a big help as I start the back nine. But how terrible really to be thinking like that. It should have just been a smooth, calm round, and just, even if it was only an average one, it would have decimated my previous record. As it is, there's some tension in the air. What a shot though that was. contact on that bogey was just heavenly. It's safe to say, after that 13-foot putt for birdie, I'm feeling a whole lot better, because now, with 7 holes to play, I'm at last at evens against bogey par. So yeah, fantastic. Bizarre nature of golf is that yesterday, or no, the day before yesterday, on that hole I got a 5 as part of a ball keeper. So it's just insane, really. think because I had so much ground to cover after that terrible start, the bogey pars I've had have seemed like a flop because I was under more pressure to do better. And it turns out that since the 6th hole, so the last 9 holes, I'm only 2 over par. So it's absolutely incredible. Suddenly turned things right round. I'm 2 under against bogey par now. So if I keep the mares out, the record is not only on, but at the moment, remember, I'm 2 under would be 79, so that would be beating the record by 2. So any more than this, I beat it by more. So that's the aim now. Yeah, suddenly just, well, not suddenly, past 9 holes, I might have missed some shots and ended up with bogey pars on missed putts. Can't remember what it is now, but I've played so much better. Well, that was a bit of a slice, so the only good thing that can be said about that is that I'm not in the bunker, but I'm a long way from the pin, so a long R55 coming up. won't say that just about sums it up, but you know, it wasn't really a lip out on the first putt, but it hit the lip and just rolled over 3 foot, and then the same on the way back. So still 3 under, which is very good with 2 holes to play, but no sort of sensational ending, at least not so far anyway. But thank goodness I'm 3 under here, because if I was any like evens now, ugh, ghastly. That was really grotesque. I mean, had to wait for nearly 10 minutes for the people on the green as they were in bunkers and stuff. And so I definitely overthought the fact there was a little bit of wind. It was only 111 yards to the pin, so that's pitching wedge, but against the wind, slightly uphill, 9-iron. But I decided to go with an 8 and do it really smooth. What do I do? Novice mistake. Barely did anything, and so just sort of semi-sliced it off the tee. The only good thing is it was so bad it didn't even reach the bunker, and it's gone down into the rough, I think, into the reeds maybe. Christ, thank God I don't need a par or something. Well, at least I got a shot in it. Possibly be worse. Even on an upslope, and I was just trying to replicate the shot I did on the 15th, which was so perfect, and now I must have gone in the bunker. So the record could even be under threat at this rate.
So the people in front just let me play through, little knowing that I just had an absolute mare on the previous hole, and I'm now only 1 under against bogey par. Now that still gives me a cushion, because 1 under against bogey par, oh my god, I just realised 1 under is 80. Jesus Christ, so I have to get 6 to get my record by 1. What an absolute nightmare. After doing so well in coming back, I'm now in the position that I didn't want to have. Gosh. So one of my probably top 6 or 7 worst rounds of the year at a very crucial time for a record. So bogey par will do it. If I get a 7th, I only equal the record. Jesus Christ. I chose the right club that time. Absolutely perfect shot. Don't know where it is exactly because I can't see it, but it landed not far from the pin. So that means I've got probably 2 putts to beat the record by 2. I think. Well, I can see it now. It was a worldie. No, not a worldie, but just an absolutely brilliant shot, especially as I've just been playing badly and just had an absolute nightmare on the previous hole. So that is a very nice sight. That wasn't helped by the guy behind, who seems to be mowing the bunker. But I get a par, which is fantastic given that the previous hole it looked like I was about to collapse. So the par means I get a round of 79, that's 2 under against bogey par, which is basically a dreadful round, but means I've beaten my 10 round record, thankfully, by 2 strokes. My god, what a dire round. And it doesn't feel like I've just broken a record. It feels like I've broken my will to live for a moment. But I managed it, and I can go again in a week's time after 4 days of work and missed, where I'm heading this afternoon to chat with a teacher in year 3 about lessons for the next 4 days. Thank goodness. So it's 5 hours since I filmed out here this morning, looking forward to round of golf where I was going to smash my record 10 round average and get a ball keeper. Well, I kept the ball
but unfortunately, even though I did beat my record by 2 strokes, I was 8 shots off making this a triple Bridgestone coloured ball hat trick. But still, at least I got my record, and I felt pretty humiliated by about 5 of the holes today and got into all sorts of trouble. I was in a right mess. Played some good holes, but really awful today. But maybe that'll mean that the record next time round will be easier to beat because I didn't smash it this time. But still, it was a fantastic 10 round average despite the ending. So, not too bad.